Hey small group leaders, I'm Shuri and I'm going to help you get prepared for August 16th Kid Theater. And our virtue for this month is love, choosing to give someone your time and friendship no matter what. And our memory verse is love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Matthew 22:37 through 39. And this week's Bible story is Luke 15:11 through 24, and it's the parable of the prodigal son. And our bottom line is, when you love others, you're quick to forgive. And so the Luke Luke 15:11 through 24 story is about two sons, and the younger son asks his dad to give him his half of the inheritance of the estate, and so the dad gives it up, and the younger son goes to a different country and just blows it all on, just stuff that he doesn't need, and just wastes all the money. And right after that, there's a severe famine. There's like nothing at all, and so he goes completely broke. And he gets hired as like a servant, and he feeds pigs and stuff like that. And so he's starving, and he's feeding these pigs, but he doesn't even have enough money to feed himself. And he just comes to his senses and decides that he'll go to his father and say, I'm so sorry, I've sinned against you, and I've sinned against heaven, and I'm no longer even worthy to be called your son. And so he makes up his mind and does that, and he's walking to his dad's, and his dad can see him from really far off. And his dad runs up to him, and he's just filled with compassion, and he just throws his arm around him and gives him a hug and kisses him. And the son says, Father, I've sinned against you, and I've sinned against heaven, and I'm no longer worthy of being called your son. And the father says to his servants, quick, bring the best robe, put a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet, and let's kill the fattened calf, and let's feast and celebrate. And it says, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and found. So they celebrated, and we're doing that one because it talks about how the dad had such great compassion, and he forgave instantly. Even though the son just blew his entire estate, those are my papers. He still loved him, and he was just he was quick to forgive, and there was no grudges or anything like that. And if you are doing a small group for 3rd grade through 6th grade, the first activity is called Sound Effect Bible Story Review. And basically what it is there's going to be 4 characters, and each kid can be a character, and if you have 8 or something, there can be 2 people as one person, and they're just going to act out the Bible story of the prodigal son. And you can switch it up if you have a lot of time, have another person be prodigal son, and then switch it up, and they can be the dad or whatever you want to do. And then our second activity for 3rd through 6th graders is called Numbers, and you need construction paper, index cards, and pencils. And what you're going to do is you're going to have the kids write one thing that is hard for them to forgive about and one thing that is easier. And you'll take both their cards and mix up. Whoa, screen just went crazy. You're going to mix the cards together, and then on the floor there's going to be construction paper from 1 to 10, and you'll read a card, and I'll just make one up my sister crashed my bike, or I don't really know. And they can go to whatever number that they think that would be hard for them to forgive, so that would be a 4 or a 6 or whatever. And so just do both or 2 cards for each kid, and that'll be just good because they'll get up and walk around, and they're not going to get bored. And then the next activity is called Team Scripture Search, And what you're going to do is you're going to split the group into teams of 3, and one kid is going to find the verse, one person is going to read the verse, and the other kid is going to put the verse in their own words. And you can switch up those 3 as well. And the verses are going to be Deuteronomy 11:1, Proverbs 10:12, and the third one is Ephesians 4:32. And then the last one is 2-sentence prayer. And you can just take one of the verses that you just used and split the kids into groups of 2. And what they'll do is they will write a 2-sentence prayer about that verse and how they can use it to forgive somebody. And if they already have forgiven that person, then they can just write a 2-sentence prayer on thanking God that He helped them forgive that person. And last, if you are a kindergarten through 2nd grade small group leader, your first activity, you won't need any supplies. It's just a memory verse activity. And you're just going to have them make up motions to the memory verse. So you can do like, love the heart with all your heart and with all your soul, point to your foot or whatever. And once they get it down, they're just going to like yell the verse at the top of their lungs and do the motions at the same time. And the second one is called Tell Me a Story. And what you're going to do is you're going to have like a picture of the verse. And they're going to just draw pictures out of a bag, and they're actually numbered like 1 through 10 or something. And their job is just to, as fast as they can, put the story in order from 1 to 10. And it can be like a race or however you want to do that. And then the third one is called My Favorite Thing. And the only thing you need is Play-Doh, which is fun. And you're just going to have them make their favorite possession, whether that's like their toy or maybe their dog or whatever, their mom. I guess it's not a possession, but they're just their favorite thing. And just encourage them to guess what the other person is making. And then the last one, well, actually right after that, you're going to go to the Kids Point store, and they can, buy stuff with their points. And then the last thing is called Forgive Others, and it's just a prayer, and all you need is paper and markers, and you're going to have them write a situation where somebody made them really mad, and draw a picture of how they did it or whatever they want to make a picture of in that situation. And then you're going to ask them if they have forgiven that person, if they're over that situation yet. And if they have said no, you're just going to help pray with them and find a way so they can forgive that person. And if they have already forgiven that person, you're going to help them make a prayer that just thanks God that He gave them the strength to help them forgive. So thanks for watching. You can print these off online, the small group guides, and they'll also be ready for you on Sunday. If you want to be 15 minutes earlier, that'd be great, so we can just get everything set up. And yeah, we'll see you then.